Hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Aditya and I know it's been a while. I was not feeling well and I was busy with some other work. So my video was not coming up in my YouTube channel. So now I am back, so no need to worry. So in this particular video, what we are going to do is we are going to look into blind wine tasting result. So this is a quite interesting data set I found. So from one of the Workout Wednesday challenge. So in 2017 a survey was taken, and in that survey the blind people were used to taste the wine. Don't worry, this is not wine, this is the juice. So they used to blindfolded, they have to taste the wine and they have to guess whether it is red wine or white wine. So the survey was taken, and people are identified, how many people have identified correctly, how people have identified partially correct and partially incorrect, and how many people have not given the correct assumption. So that's this data set is about. So we'll be working and we'll be analyzing it, and we'll be building a dashboard. So our dashboard will be looking like this. So in this, what we have is for the correct response, it is showing with red color for the red wine and green color for the white wine, and for the incorrect response you can see this gray boxes, and for the partially correct response it is shown as 0.5. And for all the tasters, those who have tasted the wine, so this is the individual score, this is for the red wine scores, and this is for the white wine score, and the grand total. And we've also given the functionality of sorting the score if you want to sort it by red score, who is taster 11 have guessed most number of times, and for the white score if you want to see taster 3, and if you want to see for the overall score, then taster 11 is the winner, who have tasted both the wine and was able to identify which of this is correct after being blind. So this is a very interesting data set that will be working, and we'll be learning so many things in this, how to basically in this particular video, our main aim is to build a different kind of visualization. So that's why I was looking forward to work on this challenge and share with you. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive into a Tableau workbook, and let's open a new workbook here, and we'll be connecting to our text file. So click on connect to data. So now you must be familiar with it because you have been following me from a long period of time, so you are Tableau expert, I believe. And if you're not, if you are new to the channel and if you have just started, so don't worry, it will take some time, but you will be perfect in that. So in this particular case you can see we have taster, the person who has tasted, score type, wine type, and the score. So if I want to see how many types of score type is there, so you can see only two type of score type is there, one is the country wise and one is grape. So what we're going to do is we are going to use symbol here, icons here in this score type, and in the wine type it may have it may have different types, but for the wine it may be of different types, but the wine type will be of two types, that is the red wine and the white wine. And the score, let me just see how does the score column in this particular data set is. So you can see score is varying from 0 to 1. So 0 means cannot identified, 1 means correct, and 0.5 means neutral response. That will be using as a nomenclature for our particular visualization. Okay, so let us start with creating a calculated field first. So I don't want to show the number, I want to show taster 1, taster 2, taster 3, a particular name. If you have a name Aditya Sahani, so if you have given me some number, if my number is number 1, but you cannot identify me as number 1, right? Because the people who are my friend, they might be knowing me, so they can say yeah, I am number 1, but you might be not correct. So therefore we have to have it a particular name, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going at taster and 1. I know it doesn't make sense, but I was just playing around with you. So taster 1. So what I'm going to write here is I'm just a taster and space, I'm just giving apply. Okay, so now it's perfect. Now I can see this is the taster 1, this is taster 11, this is taster 12. Okay, but you can also work along with this, but this will look nice in the dashboard as we saw in the previous one, the final output that we are going to build. Let me just show you again. So you can see this will look nice. If we put only one number, then it will not identify what is this number, then we have to give the column name. So I don't want to do that, so that's why I've given this as added this taster before the number. And what I can do is I can also add some space, because you can see like there is no space, so I can add some space also if I want. Perfect. Okay, so now the second thing is I want to give this score type as a symbol. So like if my score type equal to grape, then I want to show grape symbol, else I want to show globe icon and. So for the icons I will be copying from the sheet that I have already built for you guys. Perfect. So now you can see just I've added these icons here. I will also give the icons in the description box, so you can also use that icon. This is a simple icon, like you can use using PPT, or you can like search copy paste symbol in Google Chrome, so you will find it. And this is our icon. So icon, click on apply, and this is the icon for score type. Either this is country level score or grape, like which. Apply. Okay. And now we are good to go mostly. So now what we have to do is score is perfect, this is perfect. So now let us move on to our sheet and try building the visualization. So the first thing is like we want to show our tester in the rows, right? And then what I want to show is I want to show wine, then I want to show wine type divided by wine type, then different wines. And what I want to show is a square, so I'll just do square. I will go entire view for this. Perfect. And now what I want to show is this is looking perfect. Now I want to give it as a color code, right? So how to give color code is like color. I will just write in a calculation color. So on the basis of score I will be giving the color, right? So as discussed, like if my score is equal to 1, then the person has correctly identified, like this is the correct one, so I'm just saying correct. Else if my score is equal to 0, then I want to give it as an incorrect. And else if my like both the things are not there, then I want to give it the neutral. Okay, and I will just end it. So just a little bit neutral. Oh my god, so many typos I'm making today. Click on apply, click on OK. And but before giving color, what we need to give is we also want to show, you can see like we have to show these icons, like we have to divide by like the wine and then the globe country level and the grape level. So what I have to do is I have to also give this icon in the right hand side. Perfect. And now I have to give into the color shelf. Perfect. So correct, incorrect and neutral. So correct, incorrect and neutral. Okay, so like if my score is equal to 1, then I want to return my wine type, like whether it is like red or whether it is white, right? So that's why it is having like one less legend. So click on apply, click on OK. Perfect. So now we have 4 legends, right? So now what we have to do is we just have to give the color code for different thing. So what I've done, perfect. So now we'll give this correct code. Okay, so for the neutral, what I want to do is I want to give it as a lighter peach color, or lighter not skin color. And for red color I want to give this one. And for white I have to give white, this is correct. And for incorrect response I am just giving it as a gray boxes. Perfect. And click on OK, click on here. Perfect. So like this is for the correct one, right? So just I have changed the correctly identified, it is just red wine, so red wine correctly identified. This is for white wine correctly identified. So we can just change the aliases, like if you want to, like it will be, if you want, if you can see, like if this is easy for the end user, to like get the benefit, like get to understand about this aliases, get to understand about what we are trying to represent in this visualization, then we have to change the color legend according to our end goals. Okay, so now this is all perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I have to add like grand totals for both rows and columns. So as if now like it is looking a mess right now, I know, so I'll just shift this legends to here, and what I have to do here is I don't want to show, actually it is the total is dividing to two types because it is dividing on the basis of icon also and wine also. Okay, so I don't want to divide it on the basis of wine, I only want to divide into basis of wine type. So what I will do is I will just go to drop down of wine and we'll just close the subtotals, and now also you can see like it is showing the two icons. And so what I have to do here is like I have to just go in the color legend. So this is as if now like this is a discrete field, so if I change it to attribute, so it will take it as a one only field, right? Perfect. So as if now like it is showing asterisk sign, so don't worry about it. So asterisk sign is like whenever you use attribute, so it means like we are using more than one field, that's why like it is showing the star icon, or it is not able to identify the field that we are showing right now. So don't worry about that, this is just a little trick we have done to get only one box in the totals column. So now what we have to do is we have to change it to white color. So yeah, we can use this NBA color palette and I'll use white color. Click on OK. Perfect. So as if now it is looking perfect, like we are not getting any like total here, but we'll be working on that. So now like I want to give the score for the particular taster, like wine type and the taster, right? So how to do that? Like we have to build one calculation. So this is like taster score. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the fixed level of detail expression. So fixed on taster, comma, the wine type, and what I want to do is I want to see score, sum of score, and close the bracket and close the parenthesis, apply, okay. And if I drag this on the label, so as if now like you can see like it is like showing for all the ones, but we don't want to show for all the cases, we only want to show for the totals, right? So how to do so? So there's a little trick that I was able to identify after a long time. So it was with the help of like the challenge who has created, like Donna, so which is like one of the workout Wednesday, like she hosts so many challenges, like posts so many challenges there. So she has used one nice trick, so I also learned from that trick. So I also want to show you like what that trick was. So if you want to like show totals only, like if you want to show the value, like the measure only on the total field, so how you can do is like you can use the function size function. So size is one of the table calculation field. So if I do size function and if I change it to discrete, perfect. So now it's perfect. So now like as if now like you can see like it is, we have to edit a table calculation and we have to do it specific dimension. We only want to show it according to the we only want to show it according to the icons and the wine, right? So according to wine and according to the icon we are doing, right? So in this you can see like if you see for only for red wine, if you see only this window, I will just do it a little bit for you. So if you see only this much part, so you can see a 12 number there, right? So if you count all the wines like for the globe and the grape level wine, so like it's sum out to be 12, like 12 types of wines were there. Okay, so in the total field you are not seeing any wine, so it means like for one particular like this for this one particular box, like it is taking as a 1. So this is a little bit tricky, I know, but like I hope you are able to understand. So now for with the help of that trick, what we're going to do is we are going to create one calculated field, like if my size, like this size one, like if equal to 1, so each box represents one number. Okay, so if this is 1, sum of score, Okay, and score on totals. So click on apply, click on OK, and if I drag this to the label shelf, and if I edit the table calculation, and if I do it specific type, like when I only want to see it by like my wine and my wine icon, so I'll just do so, and I'll just drag this up so it will be easy for the so now if you see like for boxes, like that is one, like that is correct, like this is three boxes, so it is showing three. If it is like 1 2 3 4 5 6, like 6 times tester 2 have identified correctly the red wine, so it is showing 6.5 because like one was neutral response, that is 0.5, like which we have given at a calculation in the starting, and same for the white wine. And so now what I want to do is I don't want to show it as a total and grand total. Okay, so I want to show it as a score and a total score. So what I can do is I can just right click here and click on format, so you will see this label icon, so score you can write, and you can just write score overall, and you can just click OK. Perfect. I think it has not changed. Click on format and score overall. I think it has not changed. I will just change it for grand total. Score overall here. Perfect. Now it has changed. Perfect. So now most of our work is done. Okay, so now what I want to do is I will just do the little bit formatting for you, so you might be familiar with it because you have been watching my video, I believe. So what you have to do is you have to just click on format, you have to go in the grid lines, go to a sheet level, and just do it none for all the things, because we don't like lines. I don't like lines. Perfect. So now you can see the column divider is still here, so you have to go in the format border and just remove the row divider and just divide the column divider. Perfect. So now this is perfect. For grand total I want it, so I am just not okay. So now what I want to do is, you can see like in this box, white box, like 3.00, so I only want it to be one place decimal, and I want it to show in the middle of the box. So what I can do is I can just go into this calculation that we make, go to format, go to number custom, and give it as a 0 place decimal, and in the label go to automatic and give it as a central line. Perfect. Okay, so now it's looking perfect to me, and what I can do is I can just a little bit play with the formatting of this header and all. So I can give it the Tableau semi bold, and I can give the heading as 10 and can have a bold, and for the same thing I can give it this for the format and do it as a Tableau semi bold, and give it as a 10 and give it as a bold, and just change accordingly, and just format and go back. I know it is a little bit tiring process, but you have to do it, like if you want to show minimalistic look in your dashboard. Okay, so now it's looking perfect. So let me just check once, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 and 6.5, it should be there, but it is 7 because we have rounded it off. Okay, so with the rounded off, like there's a little bit issue. So what I can do is I can just give it format, I have to give it one place decimal, because like it is not giving us the correct value. So now it's correct value, I think. Yeah, now it's 6.5, so now this value is coming out to be correct, so the end user can see the correct result. So now this is perfect. Survey analysis underscore wine. Okay, so now most of the part is completed. Let me just see what we were doing there. So we have just used the sheet background, we have just go to dashboard, so this is all we are fine. So now we have to show this correct as red for red wine and red. Okay, so now we have to build the legend for both the things. Okay, so what we can do is we can just go to legend, and we can just create. So if it is we can say it is a neutral response, right? And we can give it as and click on apply, click on OK. Just drag this legend to the right hand side, and we want it to show it for the wine type, so click on the wine type, and we can just drag this wine type to filter. Okay, drag this legend to filter, and we only want to show for the correct response. So click on correct and click on OK, and we wanted to show as a box and just the color legend that we have prepared, so just drag it there and get the fit height or fit width or entire view. Perfect. And we want to show the number, so we want to show the average score here, so just click on the sum of score and give it the average score here, and I want it to be in the middle one. Perfect. And I only wanted to show it to one place decimal. Okay, perfect. So you can see, like, for the people who are identifying red wine is correct, that is showing by 1. The people who are identifying red wine by white, that is correct, that is shown by green color. So that what this legend means. Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing for other legend. So like legend 2, like that is for not identified. So in this case what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit this filter and just exclude this correct one. Perfect. So now it will be giving me for the incorrect and the neutral response, so I don't want for the wine type. Perfect. So for the incorrect it is 0 and for the neutral it is 0.5. Perfect. So like our two legends are ready, legend 1, legend 2 ready, and our sub analysis is done. So now what we need to do is, now we have to just start building our dashboard. So let me just have a sip of juice. Thanks for waiting. So now let us build a dashboard. So the just drag this vertical container, so we'll keep the outer padding as 20. Perfect. And now I will drag the blank object. So what will happen is, you can see the white spaces which is 10, so that's why I give the inner outer padding as 20 every time. Anything you can give, so that is easy for us to look. Okay, so in the blank object I will just drag my survey sheet. Perfect. I will just remove this. I will just hide these labels. I will just hide this title, and what I'm going to do is I have to give the sheet a color also. So I'll just go to shading and I will just give the color as this one or this one. This one is perfect. Yeah, this one I will give. Go to this one. Perfect. It is looking perfect to me. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add I'm going to add a horizontal container in the top. And what I'm going to do, I'm just adding the text here first. So in the text, like, I'll be giving the same text that I have used here. So I'll just copy this for you and paste it. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an image here. So I'll just drag this image in this horizontal container and select the image that I have, that is being provided from Workout Wednesday Challenge. So let me just go down. So select the wine that you people are interested. Now I know. Click on apply and click on fit image. Perfect. And center image also I can do. Okay, just give it a drop down and just adjust it a little bit. Perfect. So now this is the blank space, so remove this. Perfect. So now the thing is, like, we want to show the legend here. So what I'm going to do is just add the legend in the right hand side and second legend to the right hand side, and just remove this legend, hide this title. I'm just doing it a little bit fast, but I know, like, you are pro now because you've been following me, so it will not take that much time for you. So this is just a little bit formatting that I'm doing. So basic thing is, like, how to build this visualization. Now most of the part is, like, when we have built our visualization, so the main thing is formatting. So that in Tableau, like, I think, like, it takes so much time consuming task, but you have to do, because if you want to show your dashboard as a minimalistic look, I told you na, so you have to work in. And I'm just giving all the formatting. I'm just removing all the grid lines. You can see, you can fast forward it if you want, because, like, this part is, I know, little bit boring, but you know, like, we have to do it. Okay, perfect. So now our thing is done, right? So now what I want is, I want the end user to also filter it, like, sorted by the red score, like red wine score, like, who have given the most score in the red wine, white wine score, and by the overall score. Like, I want the user the flexibility to sort it. So how to do it? So first thing we have to do is we have to create a parameter. So for the parameter, I'm just giving it as a sort by, and I want it to be a string field and list. So overall red and white. Okay, overall score, red score and white score. Perfect. So now we have to create 3 calculation for a red score, white score and overall score. So the red score, what we're going to do is simple thing I told you, fixed calculation, like for the taster and comma for the taster, for only taster. So what we have to do here is like we have to use one calculation, like if our wine type equal to red, then I want to see sum of score and bracket close and bracket. Perfect. Click on apply, click on OK. So I'm just going it now super fast speed, so just duplicating it. This is for white wine, so white score, so white, apply, OK. And the last thing is we have to give it to overall. So overall means nothing but the sum of both the one, red wine plus white wine, white score, overall score. Okay, so let me just check my parameter first, like if my having overall score, it is red score and white score. Okay, so now in order to wire this parameter, like in order this parameter to work, we need to wire it up. So this I've been saying from all, I think when I started making the videos, so I hope like you must be familiar by now. So if you're new to it, no worries, we'll be seeing how to do so. So sort by field. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using the case statement here. So just give your parameter, and now we have to use when and then. So when the user select overall score, then I want to show my overall score that I have used in the calculation. When the users select, now the one thing you have to make sure is like this what I'm writing this red score overall score, no? So like this should match like in your parameter. Like if you make any small mistake, like if you use small r here, so this parameter will not work. So this is one of the drawback, I think, because like Tableau is evolving so much, so this small thing they should work on, but it's okay, we can compromise. Overall score, and then what I want to do is overall score and click on apply, click on OK. Perfect. And in the taster we have to sort it by descending order, and we want it by field, and we want the field to be sort by field. Okay, click on apply, go to our dashboard, and now just what you have to do is 1 second, show the parameter sort by and drag it inside this container. Perfect. And just I have to give it in between. So what I will do is I will just go here, I will just select this container, we'll go to auto padding, select only one side, and I will give it as a 30. I believe 30 will work. So perfect. So now a sort by field is perfect. So now let us just test it out, like if it is working perfectly. So if I sort it on the red score, white score and overall score, so this is not working, so that is surprising for me. So let me just check, like if what I was saying, like if I did the same mistake, overall score is a space, red score is a space, white score is a space. Okay, working given that value, so that's why it is not able to identify it. Yeah, I was giving the final value, overall red and white. So this is one of the small mistake like that mostly I also do most of the times, so that's why we have to be careful while doing. So for the overall score, now it is like you can see like 15 is the highest score, so it is doing the sort correctly. And if I give it a red score, so on the red score, like the taster 11 have tasted it correctly, like the blind one person has tasted correctly, like, so hats off to him. And white score, you can see like taster 3 is the like who have tasted most of the wine correctly. So this is perfect. Now it's working fine. So now it's working fine. So now what I have to do is I have to just give tooltips, so I'll be just doing a little bit cheating here. So the tooltip that I have prepared here, so I'll just use the same tooltip. Control C, Control V, preview, and perfect. So now let us move on to our dashboard. So our now final end product is ready. Only thing is like what I have to do is like I don't want to show the tooltip here like in my score one. So what I can do is I can just use a little bit trick. So just go to floating and add a blank object here. So that whenever user click here, so he might be not able to like see the tooltip, but if he hover on any other part of the dashboard, so he will be able to see the information. And the same thing we can do it for the legends. So if I'm hovering over this, so you can see I've used the blank object, so it is not doing. So here I've just given the tooltip here, and if I'm clicking on this core one and this core one, so it is not giving me the tooltip. So that what exactly I need, and this is what it is. So just let us see the parameter working fine and the dashboard working fine. So this is a fun challenge that I loved working on this, and I hope you also have enjoyed going through this video and you have learned something from it. So if so, do subscribe to my channel as it helped me a lot. So see you soon in the next video. Till then, happy vizing and happy weekend. Enjoy your weekend. So bye bye.